Hey everyone, it's Apache here and welcome back to modded Megaquarium. I've been letting this game run on for a while and I've been tweaking little things, and I've worked out a few things that I want to go through with you today just at the beginning. First of all is profit margins. What do we do with these to make them most efficient? So looking at this over a period of time, what people will pay, what they won't pay, and it's all got to do with the actual profit margin here. So I'm buying these in for 8 and I'm selling them off for 13. It's actually easier to look at with one which has got an even number, so this one here. So the values are, if you have a profit margin of 1.5 or less than 1.5, then they think it's cheap. So I could put this at 14 here, profit margin of 14, and they'd think that that's okay. They're absolutely willing to pay that no matter what it is. If it is, I think, less than less than 1, so around about here, 1 or less, so I'm buying for 10, I'm selling for 20, I'm making 10 profit, then they think that is cheap, so they'll actually get good moodlets from that. If I put it up to 40, and so or 41, and have a profit margin of over 3, so I'm selling them for over 3 times as much as I'm buying them in, or I'm making 3 times as much profit as I'm buying them for, then they will refuse to pay this, and you'll probably see this now. This guy's going, oh no, he bought a coffee instead. I thought he was going to buy that. So yeah, but this vending machine here won't actually sell anything because they will refuse to pay that much. So what you're looking for is a profit margin of about 1.5 is what I've found best. So we're going to go down to 15 there. Now that nobody will complain about this at all. They're perfectly happy to pay. However, there's a sliding scale as well. So if you have this at 16, then some people will complain, most will be absolutely fine, and then it's like a percentage base. If you take it up and up and up, all the way up to, say, 39, then almost everybody will complain about this, but it's massively expensive, therefore you get negative moodlets, but they will actually still buy it. So we're actually going to put it on 16. That means the occasional person will have a slight problem with it, but most people, 99% of people, won't care at all. I think it's done randomly, but there's more of a chance, it's like a percentage chance basically, a weighted randomization, that the closer the profit margin to 1.5, which would be 15 profit here because it's buying for 10, then the better the customers will feel about paying that much for it. So at the moment I've got all of these set for just 1 over a profit margin of 1.5. So with this copy machine, not Omar, with this copy machine here I've got it set at 21, which is a profit of 13. I'll just make sure that's right actually, because that seems a little bit low. So if I just pull up the game here to, I had a calculator up a second ago. I think that'll be on this. Yes, it is. So if we do 8 times 1.5, yeah, that's 12. And so, as obviously is 8 plus 4 is 12. So I've got it set at a profit margin of 13. It's a little bit awkward to work out sometimes with some of the higher numbers, but I've got this set of 13, and that's fine. The chocolate I've got set at 11 profit margin, the vending machine there, the fizzy drinks I've got set at 11 as well. And then it works the same for these. The shark cats are actually set at 1.5 anyway. So 14 plus 1.5 is 21, and this is how it starts off at 35. So just increase that by 1. Some people will complain, most people won't. And I've done the same with the balloons and with the copper band toys as well. I have also made a couple of fairly major changes to the game. I have First of all, I've doubled the number of staff that we can buy. Now this was quite a large undertaking, took a lot of work to do. So I had to copy out all the files that showed you all the members of staff and all their names, and change all the names, and then add them back into the game, mod them back into the game, and I've also had to actually modify the UI here and modify the staff window so that they could all be seen. So the staff window my staff window will now look a lot different to yours at home because it is much bigger. Usually it is only half this size, so we can fit 7 in a row here, which meant you could get, I think it was 42 members of staff in total. Now I've increased that by 1 row, and I've doubled the size of it up so that you get 14 on one row here as well. So in my higher staff here, I currently have 23 members of staff available. So we've got Gary, Larry, Zara, Abed, Luna, Odessa, Bahram, Chef, Ronan, Rihanna, Victor, Sarah, Morgan, Billy, Yuri, Dale, Katana, Harry, Clara, and all of the rest of them. So there's still some of the original staff that we can hire, and there's also more staff that we can get as well. So that's the major changes that I've done there. Oh yeah, one other thing, major change I've made to the UI of the game, of my particular game. This won't work in yours, but I've modded the game and changed my game so that this will work. Is that I've increased the amount you can zoom out. Now usually it's about here, you can zoom out about here, and I've made it so you can zoom all the way out to here. So I've increased the zoom factor by, increased the zoom by a factor of 4, so we can actually get a really large overview, because when this extends out, it's going to be up here, and we'll need to be able to zoom out much further. Also, between episodes, I went around making sure all my staff were leveling up nice, and making sure all of the tanks were okay, making sure all of these were organised properly. I put in a couple more shark hat things, and also I changed these round, so we've got 3 of these circular tanks now. We have a look in here. We'll put some swordfish. No, that's hopefully something we're going to mod in soon. But some seahorses into this one. So we've got some seahorses in there. We have some what are these ones? The spotted boxfish. I think it was clown boxfish in there, in that one. And we have some, I think it's yellow tangs in here. There only seems to be 1 in there. Oh no, they're all down the bottom. Come on. Where are you? There you go. Excellent, we've all come up for the photo. And then in the backstage, just here, I've put just a very quick and dirty thing over here. So all of these, like daisy chaining we were looking at last time, all of these are on the same network. So both of these, even though they only connect to 2 tanks each, these do connect to all 3 tanks there. So today I think I want to start on designing a new room over here. So we're going to do this. I have actually received a few different room designs from people. I've received about 3 or 4 so far, so thank you very much for them. Keep them rolling in. I will definitely get around to doing them. One of the problems I found though is that all of the submissions that have been put in so far have included things from higher ranks. So we're only rank 9 at the moment, we need to be up to rank 12. So I will get around to them when we are up at rank 12. Hopefully that won't be too long after we get some new stuff in, and everything is still now settling down after the big massive reshuffle here. So we're getting a lot more people in, and I'm trying to push them further up this way with some talks, and I'm still trying to work out the best way of doing these talks. So what am I going to do in here? Now, I've got free reign on this, and I can do pretty much whatever I want in here. What I may do, now that we're getting a bit of money rolling in, is actually bring these out to their full size. So we've got that one there, and that's pretty much all the money gone. I mean, that will recover though over time. I have actually turned the cheats on as well, because I was running a deficit before and it was affecting my fish. So I can actually, if we want, I can just press F1 and get a load of money like that. I will do it basically to save the game, and also if we do find but we're not getting enough prestige here, I want to run this as a let's build series rather than a management series. So I'm just going to give myself a bit more money to give me a bit of a leeway there, so I'm not running into deficit and I can actually still buy everything and pay all my staff. We're going to launder a little bit of money there. That's okay. And I also want to just grab a bit more just so I can extend this room as well. If you have strong feelings about this and you really don't want me to use any of the cheats, then please let me know down in the comments. I didn't want to just come in with like 500,000 monies and say, yes, I cheated to get all of this money. I want to be very upfront and open with everybody in this season, and play it through with you. Also, if you want me to just get up to rank 12 and just get on with it, then I will do as well, but I've got no problem with that. It will allow us to expand much further, much faster, so let me know either way. So in this room, I'm not too sure what I want to do. I want to play around with some designs, and we know where the door's going to be, so let's put that in. That is going to be coming up like that. And I will open up this bit as well, and then increase this out to the side, which I need my Pacific paint. And this we know will come into at least there, like that. And this wall will be the shipwreck paint, like that. I don't want people to actually come in here whilst we're building, so I will close this off with some red paint. Just like that. I'm actually thinking about doing a fairly bright design in here, especially with the walls, and trying something new that I haven't really tried before, doing like an ultra modern room. So because it's ultra modern, what kind of ultra modern tanks do we have? I do want to do something with these U-tanks, and we've been playing around with these a bit in this series. But these are this size and they don't change size. What I might do is have this as a fairly small room, all told. So if I were to have, I'm just thinking about coming into this room here, if I were to have a entranceway in there into this room, and then we know where this path is going to go, so we can put that path in with Pacific paint. We want that to come up there, this to come down to there, and that'll be it. And that is all of the walkway we would actually need in here if we were to do something like that. Or we could bring it up and out, but let's have a look at some tanks first. So we could do something. I mean, we could put one there, and we could put one. And if I were to bring this one out and put that one there, and maybe one there, not enough money. So I could do that. And then have space around for tanks and stuff, for the pumps. I mean, it doesn't give us a massive amount of scope though, I don't think. So maybe not. Maybe we do it kind of like this. We'll put one there. We'll put one there. One there. And where would this one need to be? So a bit more money and another U-tank. this would need to come to there, and then this one into there. That's all of these would need to come along by at least one. So I could do that. I would need to bring the road along, and that doesn't give me any road up the centre here. So maybe I'll bring this road all the way through. So we have a look at this. I'm just going through with you my kind of design thoughts. And again, in the comments, let me know if you want me to go through this, or because I know it can be quite slow and laborious to go through. So if you want me to actually just get on with it and make the episodes a bit more kind of the end of a design rather than the beginning of a design, then that is fine by me. Let me know how you want me to run this series, what you think is going to be exciting to watch, what will keep you watching throughout this series no matter how long it is. Because that's what I want. I want you guys to enjoy this series. It's your series just as much as it is mine. The feedback I've had so far has been very, very good. So thank you for all the feedback you've been giving me. It is very, very welcoming. And I do take it all on board. So any other constructive criticism I do take on board. Any of the kind of the compliments and everything I do take to heart as well. But thank you very much for all of that. Let me get on with this for a little bit, and I think I will bring you back in once I've got some kind of idea about what we're going to do. Well, I've decided to stay away from the postmodern theme for now, and I've actually gone with something a lot more natural. We've got this beach type theme in here, so I thought another natural biome. I'd go for more of a jungle theme in here. So we've got all the jungle walls, the jungle ground, we've got the road going through, and we've got a fairly large open area here for the staff room, and then we've got the 4 U-tanks in there. I think this is going to be okay. It's quite a nice wide open room, not much in it, but that's okay. We don't need much in each room because the whole aquarium is going to have a massive amount of stuff in it anyway. So in here, I'm not too sure what I want to put in it, but I know a couple of the things I do want. I'm going to pause this while we put the fish in, because I'm thinking about putting the surgeon fish in here, and we'll get more of these as we rank up as well, so then we can fill in some of the gaps in here. Now if we put 3 of these in each, these are going to be the awkward ones because these can't be with anything else that eats green pellets, so we can't put these in with the rest of these, but everything else seems to work together. Unicorn surgeonfish are huge. They will grow up to a size 18. So if we have 3 of these in, it will be, what, 54. So we'll go for 3 of those. So we know this is on 54. And say if we have 3 of these, that'll take it up to 78. 1, 2, 3. 3 of the other ones. Let's have a look. Where are you again? Lost you. Here we are. The regal tangs. So they are another 8, so it would be another 24. It'd be 82, 102. But now our water temperature is too low, that's fine. So we're going to need a fair amount of stuff on here. Heating. Let's have a look. How much heating do we need? So we can do 1 there, and 1 there, and 1 there. Now that will give us enough by 156. That should be okay. Poor water quality. We'll get that sorted now. So for water quality, I think it's best to have oh, not enough money. Okay. Thought I put my phone on silent. Just do that. Do not disturb. There we go. Turn on. Thank you. So we can have one there, one there. Not enough money. Let's just grab a load for now. Doesn't really matter. All the money does is hinder us from proceeding. I mean, that'll be okay, I think. So here, along this wall here, we're going to need the food. So we need green pellets and krill, which are in this menu. There is the green pellets right next to the door, because a lot of these need green pellets. I might actually double up on the green pellets, because we know we're going to need a lot of them in this room. And krill. Get some krill in. These don't like... oh, the lack of vegetation. That's okay. We're also going to need, at the back here, a broom stand. No, in fact, we'll do a toilet block down here somewhere. We'll get the toilets in. So we're going to need some tool stations. So we'll do the tool stations. 1, 2, 3, and 4. There we go. Sponge sink, broom stand we don't need yet. Mic headsets. Okay, we'll do one there and one there. And that's it. That's all we need in there. So vegetation. We do have access. Oh yes, because we don't have access into here. So I will take one of those out, add in a staff door just for now, just so we can get all of the icons gone and get some red paint on there. Okay. So now you need a vegetation. So let's have a look at the vegetation that we have. And let's go for... we know we're going to need some rock. So we'll put a few pieces of rock in. There we go. And then we're going to need quite a bit of vegetation. That's a lot of vegetation. Get some asparagus weed in. Like that. And then some of the larger kelp. Now we could actually put some of the really big kelp in here, but I'm not going to, because as you can see it looks a little bit silly. If we put one in there and come down to ground level, it just sticks out the tank like that. It also sticks out of the large tank as well, so we're not going to have that in, so we can get rid of that. So that's what it looks like for now. We still don't have enough vegetation in, so we're going to get some, I think some more kelp. Put one there, one there, and one there. So that gives us enough. We want something like a nice conch there, and we'll do a compass in there, and then maybe a few more rocks just lying around, just for regular rocks. I've had small driftwood. We haven't got small driftwood in there, so put that there. And yeah, some of these small rocks. That'll do. Let's come down to ground level, have a look at that. I'm not too keen on these walls. I'll have to have a think about them. Wow, it's chugs when you look over there at ground level. There we go. That is what this tank looks like. That's not bad actually. I quite like that. But we're not quite ready to open up this place to the public yet, unless we box off all of this lot and just give them access to this for now, to actually get people in here. I might actually do that. So we'll put a wall down here and a wall across there, and then we can paint this in, just so that we know it is temporary. If we set up a nice colour scheme to say that anything which is yellow paint is temporary walls which will need to be removed. Red is deliberately blocking access into different rooms. Yellow is deliberately blocking access because we're trying to build up a room. And there we go. So we come down again. That wall looks horrible. These walls look horrible. Yeah. It's all looking fairly horrible. But it's in. It's in and it's there. And I think that is where we're going to leave it for today. So if you did enjoy this video, please leave a like, comment and subscribe on the video and to the channel, and I will. See you next time.